All right, so we just watched the premiere episode of Game of Stones. Joe, quite an episode, right?
Yeah, a lot of things could have gone wrong, but at the end of the day, Don and the team came through. They got Cambodian Sunset Rubies, one of the rarest rubies on Earth, and they're going to make a heck of a profit, which we're going to learn about in a little bit.
All right, let's talk to the guys about this crazy episode.
What was that?
What is it? Whatever anybody does, do not move.
That idea that sign, you didn't know if the sign was coming or going. You didn't know if you had already passed the minefield or...
Yeah, talk to me about that scene. That's a pretty intense scene. I haven't seen anything like that in a while.
That is a moment where you actually say, boys, I cannot be responsible for the decision I make. Every man for himself. I mean, we discussed multiple things.
We follow our footsteps back exactly the same...
Where? It's not possible to do exactly it.
Then the crew gets stay in there. I'm not going back. It's quadruple the distance.
But the problem is we were right in the middle of a snake pit, right? If we stop moving and stop rustling, I mean, there are king cobras all through that field, and we knew that we were going to get bitten. It was a moment that you just sort of say, everybody stop, let's reconsider the situation.
If we go in that general direction back, we've got a very good chance of getting to the edge and going around this thing like I suggested in the first place.
Where, Gavin? Show me, where?
It was a pretty tense situation, as I'm sure you guys can imagine. Obviously, we had the added burden of having a film crew with us that we had to then consider. You know, obviously, what you probably didn't see is some of the arguments that went on off camera in trying to determine what we were going to do. Obviously, you know, everybody's adrenaline was really surging. It was quite a terrifying situation, and there was a bit of yelling at each other, if I remember correctly, and just trying to work out what to do. But at the end, we made a decision, and we stuck with it, and it was the right decision to make.
All right, guys, don't stray. Go exactly on my path.
Can you talk a little bit about this dynamic of just handing like a wad of cash over?
Fair? 150.
That's a dangerous moment.
Well, you know, I mean, it is. And we feel the pain as well of handing over 150,000 in cash. But what you guys see is cash being traded for rocks. What we see are gems. We see the gem within the gem, and that's what drives us.
And if you can work your magic in the oven, we'll get some wonderful Sunset Ruby coming out of this parcel.
In the gym business, you'll meet some guys that are, you know, flip-flops and a t-shirt and shorts and torn shorts, and they're multi-millionaires. So, you know, at the end of the day, you know, looks can be a little deceiving when you, you know, come up to a poor-looking miner who's actually very affluent.
So, Don, once and for all, can you give us the number, the profit number, the money you're going to make on the Sunset Rubies?
Well, the Sunset Rubies, that was a good one because Sunset Rubies, I mean, everything went right. We got the stones, we were able to heat them successfully, and I mean, you saw the color, top gem. So I'm expected, you know, we were in for 150 plus expenses. I'd say we probably get $400,000 out of this deal, maybe even up to $450,000 on this deal. This was a big win for us.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's amazing.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Yeah, wow, guys.
It's worth the risk.
I wish it was always that successful.
I can't wait to see what happens next.
All right, guys, thanks for your time. I think we need to make sure everyone gets really fired up for the next episode we got. It's India, Joe. Tell me a little bit about it.
Yeah, it's India. It starts as a search for one of the rarest gems in history.
And someone looks really awkward on a camel. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. It's not the two guys in front of us. It's one of their partners who
looks like he's never been on a camel before. But it's a great episode. Himalayan Motherlode is next week. Make sure you guys check it out.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.